quiet in front. What are all these people doing here at this hour of the night?
Ah, the triumphant hero returns at last. And to a rather spectacular welcome, even if I do say so myself.
You're the outcast, expelled from the academia.
Indeed I am. Although these days they tend to call me the Doctor. If you're looking for your researcher friend, she has already been taken into confinement. With some basic caution, she could have discovered the listening device on her person. Clearly, she lacks the degree of rigor expected of a true scholar.
What have you done to them?
I simply made some minor adjustments to their Akasha terminals. Now they can deposit information directly into the subconscious. As you can see, all these lovely people now believe this traveler is a hero who has just saved the world. My experiment is a success. And now it seems they can no longer hold back their sheer adoration.
Oh no, what should we do? These are all just regular people. Leave now. You need to get out of here. What? That guy's a Fatui Harbinger! We can't just leave you here! Nor can I abandon the people of Sumeru! Don't worry. We'll meet again outside of the city.
I see. You appear to have overridden their mental faculties with your own consciousness. To possess such a powerful mind, you must be the god of wisdom.
This should be far enough. Whew. Paimon needs to catch her breath first. Is Nahida going to be okay? We only made it out because of her. Paimon wasn't counting on running. He called himself the Doctor. Remember? And that even the sages are wary of him. Yep. Sounds like she must have been talking about the Doctor. Yeah. Now that But what are the Fatui after? Yeah. Nahida said we'll meet again outside of the city. You mean... Oh, right. Even though he turned it, there's no time to loop.
Hold it right there. A blonde-haired traveler and a floating fairy. We've got you, all right. Take a look around.
Are you...
Corps of 30? We are an elite brigade that commands the highest commission rate in...
the outcast? But why wouldn't the doctor just send the Fatui after us?
Still waste...
You're up!
Following order. New puns. Nowhere to run!
Wheel of Life.
Huh? The wind knows me.
Futile!
I'm going in! Fallen leaves, adorn my night! One with nature.
Surrender! Pointless.
It isn't over yet! Here comes reinforcements!
Into the wind.
Go.
Your sins weigh upon your soul.
Guilty! Your penance is due! You stand condemned! Well played. Guilty!
Say...
Teamwork is dreamwork! Clouds high, the birds call!
That was pretty rough. Is that what elite mercenaries are like? Yeah, looks like we'll have to keep our guards up. But this doctor guy seems like a pretty tough opponent. He knew exactly where to set up an ambush. Did he predict that we would try to find Tainari? Going up against smart people is tough. Anyway, let's keep going. Go.
Good deeds and bad. In the end, all will be placed upon the scales.
Traveler in Paimon. Where do you... Kale! It's nice to see you!
To be honest, as a result, Master Tainari is taking me...
Oh, Kale! Speaking of Tainari...
Oh, Master Tainari?
He left? But...
I thought it was weird too. Master Tainari always No, I only found out that he left... to leave in some... Master Tainari originally studied in the Immortal. I know that before he became a Forest Watcher.
A research base, huh? Oh, we don't have a lot of time, so let's go look for him at Party's DI.
Don't worry.
Got it. Will do.
I had already made up my mind, to be honest with you. So...
Wait! Look who it is! Thank goodness you're okay. We were so worried about you. Hey! This was supposed to be a touch of...
Actually, it's very smart of the Traveler to be wary of me right now. Plus, it's not like you could have known what happened after even a pool of stagnant water after it.
Paimon feels like only the real Nahida could come up with...
Huh? But I wasn't trying...
Well, we understand that point now. Please.
When you left, I was still in the middle of restoring everyone's minds. Thankfully, when the doctor mentioned instead, he did something closer to creating hallucinations. Luckily, I managed to finish my restorations and mind jump away from him.
What a relief. The doctor
I wouldn't be relieved, just... I gave away my true identity when I restored everyone's mind. Also, the doctor is already an expert at modifying Akasha terminals.
Would that mean you'd no longer be able to jump between minds? Ugh. It feels like he's toying with us. What a nasty piece of work. Plus, the doctor's combat ability alone is apparently enough to make him...
We shouldn't give up hope.
Actually,
Yes, I have. I can see the travel... You didn't come here for...
we're looking for a sky...
Okay.
What do you think could be hidden in this big garden?
Traveler?
Ah! The voice! It's Hypatia!
Ah, what a pleasant...
Who's this?
She's a scholar we met...
Oh, I see.
That's right, we're old friends.
Hypatia, you're way too excited. Wait, no.
My consciousness has...
You did it? Congratulations!
It's so... When my consciousness made contact...
That sounds incredible!
Oh, all right. Remember? My current self has not only gained true insight...
You can do that?
I've never heard of anything like that.
Hold on. I brought some spirit...
We're using...
All right now. Hold my hand. I'll help you establish...
Okay.
Ready?
It took 3 betrayals for me to finally understand. The world is just an elaborate tapestry of lies. My fury will never be quelled. The first to betray me was a god. My creator. My mother. valuing strength above all. She saw no worth in me and I was discarded. The second was a human. My family. My friend. Consumed by fear, he saw me as an abomination. The third was one exactly like me. A hope for the future. A fledgling barely out of the nest. Powerless before his mortality, he broke his promise to me. Humans, they can't be trusted. And the gods fill me with pure loathing. So I said good riddance. I denounce the world and laugh in its face. My chest will never again be defiled by worldly filth. I will scrub away every last trace of human emotion. Then it will be empty, a blank slate, and ready to receive a supreme gnosis, brimming with pure divinity. There is no need to fear. The pain will be brief. Your era is coming to an end.
What was that? Did we actually just see the Paladin? But how is he connected to the divine?
You saw it, right? You felt it, right? Alas, if only...
Do you understand now? I'm afraid this is no periportal life, but rather...
You... Why I found divine wisdom.
Hypatia?
That's how I always thought Wait, have I... already lost my mind?
Wait, something isn't right!
Luck can swing the results of a single game, but it's bound to run out sooner or later.
Traveler?
Ah! The voice! It's Hypatia!
What a
Who's this?
She's a scholar! Oh,
That's right.
Hypatia? Wait,
My conscience...
you did it? Congratulations!
When my conscience...
That sounds incredible!
Oh, remember? My current self has...
You can do that?
I've never...
Hold on.
Uh,
All right now. Hold my hand. I'll help.
Okay.
Ready?
It took 3 betrayals for me to finally understand. The world is just an elaborate tapestry of lies. My fury will never be quelled. The first to betray me was a god. My creator. My mother. Valuing strength above all, she saw no worth in me and I was discarded. The second was a human. My family. My friend. Consumed by fear, he saw me as an abomination. The third was one exactly like me. A hope for the future. A fledgling barely out of the nest. Powerless before his mortality, he broke his promise to me. Humans, they can't be trusted. And the gods fill me with pure loathing. So I said good riddance. I denounced the world and laughed in its face. My chest will never again be defiled by worldly filth. I will scrub away every last trace of human emotion. Then it will be empty, a blank slate, and ready to receive a supreme gnosis, brimming with pure divinity. There is no need to fear. The pain will be brief. Your era is coming to an end.
what was that? Did we actually... But how is he
You saw it, right? You felt it, right? Alas, if only...
Do you understand now? I'm afraid this is no Puripurna life, but rather...
You! I found...
Hypatia...
That's how I always... Wait, have I... already lost my mind?
Wait, something isn't right!
Oh, the Traveler's back?
Nahida was controlling your body for a while. After that, Tainari heard the commotion and came over. He helped us defeat the mercenaries and then he ran with us all the way here. What? Wait, then...
I never imagined that an individual's consciousness could be transferred around like this. Also, while we were running, the doctor has found a way to trap my consciousness, but even in a moonless night, a shout...
Oh no! Was that message all she left for us? It's pretty vague. Oh, that makes sense! Since even in a moonless night... Huh. Paimon knows the moon illusion... Didn't Nahida use a starlight analogy before? It had something to do with Sataria. Oh, but she isn't with...
Paimon. You said Sanctuary of Surasthana.
Your guess is correct.
That's all right. A scholar's curiosity doesn't need to be appeased right away. I've spent some time with you, and it looks like the Dendro Archon...
Thank you, Tainari. Oh, actually...
Ah, that... All I know is that that project has something to do with the restoration of Irminsul.
Huh? Did you see something when you were in Nahida's body? What?
Do you have any evidence? So that's what happened. That explains why Hypatia's symptoms were...
Tainari, did you leave?
I did. I noticed Hypatia's mental anomalies, but if I didn't take action, Hypatia would have already been taken by the Matra to the... Now that you mention it, I knew but I still didn't expect them to do something as arrogant as creating a new god. The doctor and the... From your description, I don't think they've completed... But then... What?
Yeah, it feels like we're still nowhere close to figuring out the Sage's goals. Right, we've pretty much gone over everything.
I'll stay here for now. I still want... If you're planning to go into the desert, come find me here if there's anything else I...
Thanks, Tainari. Hopefully... Oh, wow. Paimon remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel. It's made to block sandstorms from the outside. Oh, if...
Enough gawking. Come on, follow me.
Huh?
Over here.
Oh, Ethan went that way! Let's hurry up and follow him. Wonder what he's up to.
What the... Where did he go? How did we lose him?
More Eremite mercenaries?
You were too careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you a long time ago. There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep... All I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across.
You really gave Paimon a scare, Alhaitham. Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the Academia?
Oh, so you've already landed yourselves on the Academia. However, had I wished to turn you over to the Academia...
Oh, right. You do have a point.
I have no interest in running errands for that project. And these days, you're... not quite. To tell you the truth, I'm still investing. Everyone says the capsule originated in the desert and was eventually... Which brings me back to you. The leader of Ain al-Ahmar used the Divine Knowledge Capsule right in front of you. And upon seeing him, your expression became perplexed. To have that kind of reaction, I think you must have
Alhaitham, you really have a ridiculous eye for detail.
So that's your answer. But that does prove you do have some undisclosed information. No matter. Rather than
That's right! We have the same plan as you!
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village.
It's always better to travel with some...
I do try to lighten the mood sometimes, but I'm not the best judge of other people's sense of humor.
The wind knows me. Nowhere to run!
Wealth is the foundation on which civilization is built.
Like lamb to the slaughter.
One with nature.
Life of...
Another test subject. Fry!
The wind knows me. Nowhere to run!
Why do they never miss? Go in! Let's light it up!
One with nature. Futile!
Our perseverance has paid off. Wealth is the foundation on which civilization is built.
Before us lies Aru Village.
Whoa. This
Sino. Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia.
Oh, Hatham. Do not think you can escape my judgment, just because you managed to escape my attack.
Judgment? So that's how you...
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me. Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee.
Seemed to me more like your own... Yes. General Mahamatra Sino. Head of all the Matra at the...
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Al-Hatham, to the point of blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him. I have been pursuing this scribe for a long time. I urge you, stand...
Has Al-Hatham done something wrong? Paimon doesn't think he's as...
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes...
Wait, the divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. And why, as General Mahamad... As far as I'm aware, have you been given a mission that's... If I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and
I should have known you'd be difficult to...
You two!
Ahem. Well, look at you two, acting all tough and self-righteous over there.
Wait, Dia? Great! Finally, someone... You gotta help us out here.
Yeah, sure looks that way. 2 giants from the Academia duking it out once and for all. Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-right, but how dare you bring your petty disputes in? It seems like someone's gonna... Hey, did either of you...
Whoa, what's going on? The wind's so...
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Hey! All of you, over here!
Someone's calling for us!
That sounded like Come on, you two! Gee...
All right, stop.
Hey, wanna play sardines with 3 people who wanna tear each other limb from limb? Sure. The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down. Please, let me introduce myself.
Our savior has come at last! Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's...
There's no need to thank me. It's all...
Wow. She's so gentle and caring. Like a nice older sister.
All right. Now that we're all better acquainted, as a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, and now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility. So please, have an honest and sincere... If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time.
Oh,
And that goes for you too, Miss D. Do I make myself...
All right, we got...
That's what...
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now. Anyway, one of those two...
Wait, that was you trying...
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining. While all Hatham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've... Rather...
Huh?
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request, but I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating... I began to realize that, unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request. The power of the General Mahamatra is granted. I realized then that to the Grand Sage, the Matra are no... The vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the Academia. I believed it would be wise to flee the Academia before the sages had a chance to take action against me. This way, they can no longer see... I will never give up on this investigation. There's no need for someone else to give me...
Sino seems to have the same goal as us. Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, well, Sino, if that's your story...
When I was investigating the matter in the Academia, I overheard a conversation between Al-Hatham and a sage. The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired trap.
What?
Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
Yes. I was indeed tasked with an...
Al-Hatham!
After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me, once you've completed...
A most enticing...
Unfortunately, those academics don't... Their words contained one key piece of information. From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that Ain al-Ahmar mercenary.
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the Academia I was waiting in Port Ormos for... So it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target.
Criminals do love to talk about coincidence.
Even though I ran into the Traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing... You were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
That's true. Al-Hatham helped us out at Caravan...
I'm willing to apologize, if that's worth... I took the Divine Knowledge Capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant... After all...
You should be well aware, Scribe Al-Hatham. Now, answer me this. Did the sages share...
Have I not made myself clear? You and I are both distrusted by the...
Fine. Although you haven't
As you wish.
Good. I'm glad to see you. And now you, Dia. I believe...
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about. My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to our village for a... But then I saw these two random guys in the middle...
Is that all? Well, I will admit...
That's more like it.
Whoa! What was that sound?
No need to worry. Now that you're...
Creatures?
Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint...
Yeah, just leave them to Candace. Don't worry.
The wind's died down. Candace still isn't back yet, though.
When you put it that way, even I'm starting to feel a little worried.
Good deeds and bad. In the end, all will be placed upon the scales. Luck can swing the results of a single game, but it's bound to run out sooner or later. Good deeds and bad. In the end, all will be placed upon the scales. I do try to lighten the mood sometimes, but I'm not the best judge of other people's sense of humor. But it's bound to run out sooner or later.
This world is full.
Candace, you're still fighting? You've been out here...
Yes. They just...
Ah, here come...
Leave this. I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
Teamwork is dreamwork! As one with wind and cloud! Propagate! Judgment is upon you! Your penance is due! Guilty! Is then condemned! Spring forth! Nowhere to run! Propagate! Surrender!
The creature stopped appearing.
What we fought just now was probably the aftermath of...
Well fought, everyone. No injuries, I hope.
Huh?
Ah, my apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I had my hands full. I am the chief of Aru Village. Everyone...
Sir, I am also originally from the desert.
I can't say they've always been common, besides sandstorms.
So, Irminsul's withering...
Everything in the natural world is inextricably connected to Irminsul. These...
Everyone in Aru Village speaking of which, why haven't...
Village Keeper? Who are they?
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Village Keeper is how Aru Village most of them are scholars who lost their sanity after a period of training in the Avidia Forest. The Academia believes that their crazed mutterings may have a negative effect on the psyches of other scholars. So...
Alas, that's but no one in the village...
I've had encounters with those people in the past.
The Matra are the ones responsible.
Mock me if you will, but if you are guilty, I will...
Oh, you're the former General Mahamatra.
Is it because you're reminded of Hypatia? But, is it really a good idea to tag along with Sino?
I'll be grateful for the assistance. Let's start by finding a spot to...
run!
Brings a smile to my face. Brings a smile to my face.
Although I've sent myself into exile, I'm still doing essentially this. Do you still have any questions for me before we start our investigation? One of my former subordinates told me that this title has its... The Academia has long exiled mad scholars to Aru. When mad scholars first arrive, they are initially. The people of Aru Village greatly Aru Village was struck by the strongest earthquake in living memory. Suddenly, he noticed a mad scholar crouching in a corner. Despite the powerful tremors that ripped through the ground that night, all the houses remained upright, almost as if they had grown roots reaching. After that, the people of Aru Village treated the mad scholars with greater...
The soft green light? A mad scholar protecting Aru Village? Paimon thinks so too. Actually, Sino, do you know if any of the...
In theory, they would continue wearing them so the Academia could still monitor their activities.
Oh, no wonder! Everything makes sense!
If you are able to draw a conclusion from this one story alone... So, what do you make of the story? Really?
What? You don't believe us? Lesser Lord...
No, it's not so much that I don't... Lesser Lord Kusanali, the current... The Academia has always placed far greater importance on the late Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. They've more or less ignored Lesser Lord Kusanali, and I've never had any reason to doubt... In addition, I've never heard any...
No way! Nahida definitely exists! She's a... How should Paimon put it?
I've spent many years interrogating...
Good! Then you should know that we...
That look in your eyes. How can this be? To think. Our...
Alright, now it's our turn to... But easier said than done.
Excuse me, are you...
Huh?
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
My name is Isak.
Is your grandpa mad...
Hey, don't say that.
The person you're referring to is not a
Grandpa is just I heard everything you said to the village chief.
Ah, so you're the one who... I was planning to go out and take care of...
Whoa. Haven wasn't kidding.
Sorry, I was only listening.
All right.
Sino is super vigilant. Is this what all the Matra are like?
Ah, you're back already.
We just wanted to confirm something with you. Do you know a boy by the name of Isak?
I had a feeling he'd go looking for you.
Huh? You knew this would happen?
Yes. Although he tried his best to stay hidden, I still noticed him eavesdropping outside the window. He really wants to get his grandfather back. Isak's parents were both Aramite mercenaries who rarely returned to the village after finding employment in the city. He was raised by his grandfather. Unfortunately, it was only a few years before his grandpa passed away. Isak was still very young at the time, so various families in the village took turns caring for him so he could survive. Later, an elderly mad scholar arrived at the village. Isak thought the scholar bore a striking resemblance to his grandfather, and thus often spied on the man. However, the scholar was unkempt in appearance and incoherent in speech. Although Isak referred to the man as his grandpa, he was afraid and didn't dare to approach him. One summer night, the oft mumbling and bumbling grandpa suddenly calmed down and seemed to become more lucid. He even noticed Isak hiding in the distance. So Grandpa walked up to Isak and patted him on the head. He even took Isak to the entrance of the village, where he patiently taught the boy the names of the stars, Grandpa again, only to realize his grandpa no longer recognized him. However, even so, Grandpa retained his calm expression. It's said that those who saw the scholar claimed he no longer appeared to be crazy, but appeared to be living in his own world, almost as if he were sleepwalking. Isak was thrilled that his grandpa was able to find peace, and would follow him all the time, asking him things like, "Grandpa, want me to take you somewhere fun?" Or, "Grandpa, could you tell me stories about the stars again?"
All this somehow just makes Paimon feel really sad. It seems like they both deserve so much better.
Perhaps. Nearly everyone who lives in the desert has some form of hardship or regret. But even so, we must still continue on with our lives. It's also my reason for fighting. I must continue to protect this land.
Maybe the people have always had a considerate god watching over them.
Huh? What did you say, Sino?
No, nothing. As long as Isak keeps his word and doesn't get in our way, we can take him along.
Perhaps you are more compassionate than I gave you credit for. Please accept my thanks on Isak's behalf, Sino.
Hey, Isak!
Oh, it's you guys!
We've cleared everything up. Let's go find your grandpa.
Really? Wow! Thank you so much!
Alright. Let's ask the local residents some questions first.
You need to watch out for any signs of earthquakes and sandstorms.
I do try to lighten the mood sometimes, but I'm not the best judge of other people's sense of humor.
need to watch out for any signs of earthquakes and sandstorms.
Good deeds and bad. In the end, all will be placed upon the scales. I do try to lighten the mood sometimes, but I'm not the best judge of other people's sense of humor.
You need to watch out for any signs of earthquakes and sandstorms. Watch out for any signs of earthquakes and sandstorms.
Luck can swing the results of a single game, but it's bound to run out sooner or later. Good deeds and bad. In the end, all will be placed upon the scales. I do try to lighten the mood sometimes, but I'm not the best judge of other people's sense of humor. Luck can swing the results of a single game, but it's bound to run out sooner or later. Good deeds and bad. In the end, all will be placed upon the scales. Luck can swing the results of a single game, but it's bound to run out sooner or later. good deeds and bad. In the end, all will be placed upon the scales. I do try to lighten the mood sometimes, but I'm not the best judge of other people's sense of humor. Luck can swing the results of a single game, but it's bound to run out sooner or later.
You need to watch out for any signs of earthquakes and sandstorms. You need to watch out for any signs of earthquakes and sandstorms. You need to watch out for any signs of...
I do try to lighten the mood sometimes, but I'm not the best judge of other people's sense of humor.
You need to watch out for any signs
You mean the village keepers? When I was eating dinner the other...
Okay.
Anything else?
You need to watch out for any signs of earthquakes and sandstorms.
There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it.
The scholars that have gone missing. Have you seen them?
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Don't change the subject.
Right. You were asking about the the mad scholars. I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night. But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
Do you also think Grandpa and the others are good people?
Grandpa? Oh, hello there. It's little Isak. You mean that nice man who looks like your grandpa's long-lost twin, right? He was actually the one who protected my house. I saw it with my own eyes. He happened to be staying near my house that day and was doing something with his hands on the ground. It still feels pretty surreal now that I think back on it. Did someone teach them how to do that? Well, whatever the case, I'll always be thankful to him and whoever taught him to look out for others. I'm pretty sure that if I ever went mad, I wouldn't be able to do anything like that.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Stay safe and don't get hurt.
Sir, have you seen my grandpa recently? You know, the one who likes to sit and space out near the village entrance.
Oh, well, if it isn't Isak. Oh, your grandpa, huh? It's been a while. The last time I saw him, he was spacing out by the road as usual. I went and asked him if he'd like any of the food I had prepared, despite my wife's protests. Like many people, she... And speaking of my...
Oh, thank you.
It was not...
Yeah.
That's no good. I've known you since you were very...
Wow, what? Okay. Thank you, sir.
Huh? Don't say anything for now. Let's head over there.
Join the Eremites and embrace a wonderful new life.
Listen, see if you can make out what they're saying.
Have you heard? The mighty Scarlet King, the sovereign of...
Yes, of course I have. The Scarlet King is the one and only true ruler still. You say he's coming back.
Haven't you noticed? The village has been getting more... Delavar was saying that many people also went insane just before the fall of the Scarlet King's civilization in ancient... Isn't it a sign of the Scarlet King's power that all the mad scholars have disappeared?
Huh. Now that you say it...
Exactly. Those city folks...
Now, repeat everything you've just said from the very beginning.
Huh? Who are you?
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Yeah, bro, this guy's something else.
Let's not get on his bad side.
Oh, okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about the Scarlet...
Well, I only know a few things from hearsay.
Hey.
It's true. It's all true, sir. We desert folk have had more than enough of those people at the academia. Would you want to live like this if you were in our place? The radicals were even more thrilled than me when they heard the news. We're all praying for the Scarlet King's speedy return. Delavar also said that once the Scarlet King returns to our side, it's only a matter of time before we conquer the land on the other side of the wall. They're all willing to serve under the Scarlet King and fight for a share of the glory.
Is that so?
Seems like he still wants to know more. Keep talking.
Got it. At first, I told myself it was just the drink talking, but then all the mad scholars vanished without a trace, just as the rumors said. Please don't beat me up just for mentioning these rumors. If I'm guilty, then everyone else around here is also guilty. I'm just saying what the others said.
The people here really like the Scarlet King, but dislike the Dendro Archon.
Where is this radical person you talked about?
I haven't run into him over the past few days, so he probably hasn't been around the village. What about you, man? Have you seen him at all?
No, not at all. We wouldn't...
Sounds like you're not too...
No.
I have many ways, so you'd best just don't do any...
Yes, yes.
That scared Paimon half to death. Sino is pretty terrifying. He didn't try to reassure us at all. It's like he's used to hearing that.
I heard that.
Sorry.
It's part of being a Matra. The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. But we need... Very well.
I'm here.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you there.
Join the Eremites and embrace a wonderful new life.
Good deeds and bad. In the end, all will be placed upon the scales.
Grandpa? Oh, he likes to be alone. Sometimes he stares at the sky in a daze, and other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers. Every now and then, he yells out at the top of his lungs, so a lot of people are really scared of him. But he's a good person, really. I know he is. I swear, he's just like my real grandpa. Well, this is where Grandpa usually stays.
There sure isn't much here.
No.
Incense? But are you okay? Are you getting dizzy or need to lie down?
There's a scent that you can sense, but I can't.
A certain traveler here once passed out from that smell. Thankfully, Tainari saved the day. And then he gave us a long lecture to explain all about how it worked.
So, you know Tainari?
Huh? You know him too? Are you two friends?
Yes. Now that I concentrate, I can also make out the scent of incense.
Wait, surely Tainari didn't lecture you too?
No. No need. Did you first encounter this scent at Tainari's house? In the forest. From a scholar.
What are you looking for, Sino?
Here it is. Take a look right here.
Paimon doesn't see anything.
Although the traces have been completely buried in the sand, there are footprints here. From the size and shape, they belong to an adult male. This pattern is a common one from this area. Local shoes. This was probably someone from the village. The scent is quite faint, but still
But who would come looking?
We'd have to ask whoever lured him away with the incense.
Huh? So you can lure someone away with Hey! What's...
Exactly. Most scholars are fond of incense, since even deep within the clutches of madness, they still yearn for their knowledge-seeking days, and will follow the scent whenever it presents itself.
No, Grandpa.
So someone's taking advantage of their weakness? Huh. Still, why would anyone want to abduct all the scholars? Are the rumors really true? Could the disappearance of all the...
It's highly...
Please, you have to save my grandpa.
Sounds like we'd better help get him back.
Let's head to Aru Village and inform...
Darker fabric definitely looks a lot better. That'd be my choice, too.
We're back, Candace! We've got a lot to tell you.
Ah, welcome back.
Sounds like everyone's friends already.
Oh, Dia's here, too!
You bet. So, everything goes smoothly?
Reasonably.
Alhaitham didn't go.
We haven't seen him at all.
Huh. I saw him around the village entrance.
Did you find out anything you... I see. So someone used a kind of incense to lead the exiled scholars away from the village.
The resurrection of the Scarlet King? First I've heard of it. Far as I know, the kind of incense you just mentioned is only popular beyond the wall. Scholars are fond of it, but as you can see, there aren't many scholars still studying around these parts. No seller would be able to make a profit here. Not to mention making incense is a labor-intensive process. You won't see anybody in the desert with the patience to make or sell something that requires that kind of effort. It seems someone from beyond the wall must have been supporting this.
Makes sense.
So what should we do then? Do we go back to the academia and search for leads there?
If it was any other day, that would be your next logical step. Didn't you say that the villager got his news from the tavern?
If Paimon remembers correct...
Ah, yeah. Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, Engur, the wide-eyed butcher, and Jabari, the duck-tailed bearded crook. The whole lot of them are known around these parts. These guys have one thing in common, and that's being broke. The rougher life gets, the more they want to believe in the Scarlet King. Way they see it, the Scarlet King's resurrection. Throwing all of Sumeru into chaos is the only way to change the way of life here.
Tia! You're amazing!
No merc can afford to slack off on gathering intelligence.
Let's head out.
Now hold on,
Why?
Aru Village is not a big place. Outsiders stand out here like a sore thumb. I'd bet word about you has already gotten out. The desert is unforgiving, so the way of life here is also a lot tougher than on the outside of the wall. You survive on making connections out here. Compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no actual fighting skills to speak of. But that also makes it a whole lot easier for me to gain the locals' trust. I need to go around and ask some questions.
Fun.
Good. Then we've got a plan. The Traveler and Paimon will go to Caravan Rebot with me, and we'll try our best to figure out where the mad scholars have been taken. Sino, you'll have to stay in the village and continue investigating on your own.
All right! Sounds like a plan!
Sino, please don't take offense. I'm sure Dia just wants to help everyone solve their problem as quickly as possible. That's why she can be so...
I don't mind.
Ah, I see.
No, it's natural to fear strength.
Well, here we are again!
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
Paimon's amazed every time we see the wall of Samiel. How can a wall this tall even exist? It's almost unreal.
I know what you mean. I had the same question every time I walked this way when I was a kid. Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall really block sandstorms? It was only after I grew up that I realized the Wall of Samiel isn't just there to keep out the sandstorms. It serves a more important purpose, keeping out people like us. Sumeru is run by wise and mighty sages. To them, Us desert dwellers are nothing but tools that can be used and discarded at their whim. We're cheap labor, like livestock, but easier to control. Nothing more. Even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, leaves were underserving. Geniuses like Sataria are one in a million. The other children never get a single chance to try and rewrite their fate, even though the academia knows very well that we're humans, just as they are.
That's terrible.
I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
Hey, Thea. You're not thinking about doing anything scary, are you?
No, not at all. This place just gets me thinking, that's all. Besides, we're here to procure information, aren't we?
Yep, we gotta catch those...
Shh. Caravan Rebot is crawling with people, so be careful what you say. We don't want anyone to find out what we're here for. Our mission started the moment we arrived here. Let's go check out the tavern. Maybe we'll find someone I know.
I do try to lighten the mood sometimes, but I'm not the best judge of other people's sense of humor.
Just our luck. None of them are here today.
You mean, you don't see an...
Dia, is that you? What a coincidence. You here for a drink?
Zaki. Fine.
Oh, and who do you have with you here? Guests from another land? Hello, hello. I'm Zaki.
We've had drinks together. Anyway, as far as my friends here, they aren't too shabby, are they? You rarely see any Outlanders, so...
Absolutely.
Yeah. Have you seen Edgar Delavar?
Of course I have. Matter of fact, we were all here drinking together just a few days ago.
I've got a spice trading deal from another nation. I thought maybe Delavar and his friends...
Ah, how thoughtful of you.
Hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep this deal a secret.
Yes, how could...
Are we there yet?
Yep.
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
Why don't you take a guess? Go on.
Oh no! It's an ambush!
What's this all about, Zaki?
Come on, Dia. You really think we didn't hear about what you said back in Aru Village? The boy... Not only do I know that you're looking for Delavar...
So, you've been watching us?
Uh-oh.
And you left the strongest one in the village, didn't you?
So you and Delavar have been...
But you got one thing right.
If that's the case...
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the...
Delavar. And Edgar. You're here too, huh?
Long time no see.
Dia, I thought...
Yeah.
See? There you...
You're not wrong.
Enough talking! Get him!
Just as I expected. Let's teach him a lesson, Traveler.
Following orders.
A new punching bag.
Let's light it up! Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Impossible! How could you?
So, what do you think about your meticulous network now, Zaki? How did you say it? It's only natural for a traveling mercenary like me to be out of the loop. I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent merc with no real fighting skills, correct? I mean, that is what I said after all. And of course you would believe even though you heard we went to handle monsters. That so-called flame mane is just... That's what you... And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. You all thought... Okay.
Whoa! So you've been planning this since we were in Aruville?
No task can be done without preparation. I just happened to notice a couple suspicious-looking people while you were out investigating.
Oh, but instead of catching them right away, you let them report back.
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple...
Oh, you mean the funny name she mentioned?
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Edgar and Delavar... Alcohol has a way of...
What about Zaki?
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find That's what you wanted to ask.
Wait, so...
No, he isn't. I just needed to tack on a random village...
Wow.
Ah, you're too kind.
So, that...
About
how mercenaries only...
Does that bother you? What makes you so sure?
Dia, do you dislike the Dendro Archon like...
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon. I've heard a lot of nice things about the Lesser Lord from Dunyarzad. I can understand her. Dunyarzad's just an ordinary person. I've begun to realize that, but I see through it all.
Dia.
Anyway, looks like we're done with business here. Traveler, lend me a...
This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to...
This should be all of them. I'll let you take it from here.
All right. I'll be in touch. Until then, please stand by.
Candace, do you need any help?
Candace will be okay on her own. I trust her, so you can too. She's been guarding Aru Village for quite some time now. If anyone is qualified to question the offenders, it's her.
While I'm questioning them, why don't you pass some time by exploring the area?
I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning, Traveler. As for these idiots, let's just hope they live to see another day.
You heard the question. Now You heard the question.
Candace is an expert at
Thank you. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Who says there aren't benefits to a life of wandering?
Time to go.
A familiar sight.
Take that! One with nature. Surrender! Scatter!
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Wealth is the foundation on which civilization is built.
That's close enough.
Nowhere to run! The wind knows me. Propagate! One with nature. Futile! Scatter! Surrender!
I'll be back.
The wind knows me. Clouds high. The birds come. Germinate! Your sins weigh upon your soul. Your penance is due! Guilty!
Everybody stand back! Let's light...
Futile! Surrender!
Wind Strider!
Propagate! Nowhere to run! Surrender!
Wealth is the foundation on which civilization is built.
Let's light it up! Get out of here! Take cover!
One with nature!
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Nowhere to run!
Our perseverance has paid off.
Wind Strider! Into the wind!
Get out of here!
One with nature!
A fateful offering.
Time to go! Into the wind!
Everybody stand back!
Clouds high, the birds call! The wind knows me. Time to go.
Clear weather all around brightens the heart.
Everything's ready. Let's...
Futile!
Write this on for sign!
Judgment is upon us! You stand condemned! Your penance is due!
It's important to replenish your supplies often when you're out in the wild.
Nowhere to run!
Into the wind!
Let's light it up!